Hey, how's it going, folks? I'm Scott Stragan, and this is Ark Survival Evolved, my top 5 favourite build locations for PvE and single player. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to drop us a like, subscribe, and hope you had a good Christmas, New Year. Let's get started. This is us at number 5. So we'll just bring up the map and GPS and we'll have a wee look at where we are. We are at 31.7 latitude, 89.3 longitude, which actually makes us an aberration. We're actually in the aberrant part of Valguero, to this lovely, lovely big area here. And it's a stunning area, great views, and basically it is a smashing big area to build on. Also, you've got a great area for your dino storage, unless you have cryopods, but most people usually cryo them up, but always have some out in display. Always nice, especially if you're doing large number breedings. You need a good bit of safe room. So if we head just in this way here, this is a pathway to actually get you up to this area, and it's fairly simple once you get down into Aberration. Right, as you all know, you don't have flyers, so can't use flyers in here. You just get demounted. Beware of the red mushrooms, especially the pointy ones. There's one that will stand out completely different to the rest. There they are, there with the red base. They're the hallucinate ones, and basically, if you survive them, you'll be alright. But you've got water source, you just have to plumb it in, which might take a wee bit of work, but yes, you've got crystals, you've got all your basic resources in abundance here, so yeah, this is a great wee area to build up, and it is a substantially safe area as well. You've also got the way up here, which brings you actually out. It's one of the exits out of the aberrant area, which you actually get the water there as well, so it might actually be easier plumbing in from the top. I'm just loading up again as we come back down, and it's a fairly steep drop, so unless you've got something to break your fall on the way down, maybe parachutes. But yeah, it's quite a cool area. So that brings us to start off with number 5, and we're in Aberration zone. Okay, so here we are at number 4 on the top 5, and we'll bring up the map and let you have a wee look. We're at 57.8 latitude, 85.7 longitude, and we'll pop our heads out and have a wee look. And yes, we're in a cave. Nice water source supply there. Good areas for building. Not so many resources in here, but there is absolutely tons just out the front door. And yeah, it's got plenty of basic resources. So it can all be channeled off nicely. And you've got plenty of storage space, building space. You just need to patch up the roof a wee bit, or put some walls up around there maybe, deter anything from falling in. But yeah, you've got a nice wee spot in here. So that brings us to number 4 on the list. Off to the next one. Okay folks, so here we are at number 3. Let me just bring the map up and coordinates. And we're at 66.4 latitude, 58.1 longitude. And this is a really nice place to build. I really do love building here. It just takes a wee bit to gate off certain points. So as you can see, we're at Chalky Hills. Oh. We're at Chalky Hills, so there's your main gated area there. You've got, you could even wall foundation and wall that off up there. Same with that bit there. And as I say, you have a main gate and your other gates here. And pretty much that's quite, you're not going to get anything dropping in on you. You will get the odd spawns in here, but there's no nasties actually spawn actually in this wee area, which is good. It's only ever herbivores. You might end up with a seagull flying about, but that's about it. But great area. Also pretty good with the resources. What makes it good, even better, is you do have a water source, but it's quite a long way to plumb in. You'd be easier plumbing in from the other side, down the cliff side. You've got metal, an abundance of metal actually, while I think about it. All over here, heading up this side, and there is a canyon, if I can just get over, and there, and it's loaded with metal as well, and further along this gully here. So there's plenty of metal, plenty of resources, a wee bit sparse for crystal, but as soon as you get a flyer, hit the mountain peaks over there, and you'll be able to get plenty of crystal as well. Yeah, I've done a few nice builds in here, which, yeah, have been pretty good. Good big area as well. So this makes it number 3 on the list. Okay, so here we are at number 2 on the list. Just get the stuff up again. Right, we are at 60.4, 08.1, 60.4 latitude and 08.1 longitude. And you can see where we are on the map. We're right on the edge of the map. And if we just come out here, it looks like an arcade, but it's not. It's actually a cool structure. I don't know if they've actually changed this or not, but you used to not be able to put foundations down in here. But I'm taking it they've either changed it during an update, or it's maybe just because I have not got the clipping in. So yeah, this is a great wee place to build. More a visual than anything else. You can block off a few gates. You also get red drops in your doorstep, which is handy. Plenty of water, trees, a few wee patch ups for gates wise, and stops any nasties getting through the holes. But yeah, it's a great wee spot built into the side of the hill. And you can actually, well, it used to be that you could only put gates up along the front here. So it used to be you would just gate that off and have all your team sitting in, because you wouldn't be able to put a foundation down. You could put your feed troughs and stuff down, but Yeah, that would be it. So that's a nice wee change. Maybe it's, as I say, it's just because I don't have the clipping on. Basically, can build whatever. If I stop hitting the wrong buttons, it would help. So, yes, and as you can see, we are on the edge of the redwoods, to the very back edge of the redwoods of that. So you got plenty of teams outside. Quite a lot of nasties about. But yeah, a lovely, lovely place. Great wee place to build in as well, I think. Especially if they've sorted out the foundation problem. So this brings us to number 2 on my favourite build place. So folks, that brings us to number 1. And it may look a wee bit dark, but I'm sure outside it's nice and light. So I bring up the coordinates and stuff where we are on the map. It's 22.5 latitude, 68.2 longitude. Right, we'll get outside and get a wee bit of light about us. There we are, that's better. I got a beehive just to the side of us there. Right, put the torch up for a wee bit. We've got a nice wee water source here, which is very deceiving. That water is really deep. I've actually bred mosasaurs in there, and yeah, it's very deceiving wee bit of water, and you also get silica pearls. And the area we're in, we're just off of the ice here, but you don't feel the cold when you're here. Large area to build on, really spacious. You get plenty of herbivores and that coming down, pteranodons, and you get the odd nasty, but it's only to the equivalent of being like aloes. We'll just grab this and see what Raptor Claws brought us. A dire bear saddle. Right, even though I don't need that. Right, so back to business. Up this hill here, lots of metal, and just over the top, more metal, and down this side, metal, crystal, obsidian. Great resource spot, absolute really good resource spot. Then if we just, where we are is from the water, so if we just come over to this wee ridge here, once again we've got metal galore, crystal, obsidian, hundreds of it. Well, there's absolute tons. You also get the RGs spawning in up here, which is handy. You get Ankies, Dedicarus, plenty of good teams, really good farming teams. Also, you're not too far away from the Wyvern Trench up here. You just come up this way a bit, and there we go, that's us right at the Wyvern Trench now. So you can see how close you are actually to the Wyverns, which is not a bad thing. Still back down here. Also, if we go up over here, it's usually a good area, for wreck spawns. Oh, talking of wreck spawns, there we go. There's one there. So you can actually get some good Rexes. I've actually had some max level Rexes about here. It's been pretty good. Waterfall. And over this area, this is one of the Giga spawns. So eventually, when you do get to the point that you look for you're needing a Giga, there's a good chance you'll find them over here. Which he wouldn't come all the way over up over the other hill to where your base area is. so you're safe that way. Yeah, but it's pretty good for tames, pretty good for resources. All in all, it's a really good spot to build on. And I'm kind of lost now. Right, so back up to this ridge and over. There we go. I do that all the time. You lose your bearings so easily. And yeah, as I was saying, it's a really big area you build on. Plenty of room for breeding. As I say, your water tame's perfect. That pool's ideal for it. So that brings this location to number 1 on my Valguero PvE and single player base spots. Favourite base spots at that. There is so many in all the maps, there is so many build spots. I say these are my favourite, but there's too many. You can't put every place down. And if you do, then it's a case of you'd be there for a week trying to go through every place. But the maps are designed so you can build virtually anywhere, really. But yeah, this is one of my favourite. I build here a lot when I'm playing either single player. So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope it's been useful to you. A wee bit of information. Maybe some new base locations for you in the future. So if you've enjoyed the video, drop us that thumbs up, a wee subscribe, a wee comment, let me know what you think, and stay safe, take care, and we'll catch you in the next one.